There's the brofist to you all. It's fucking Friday. We landed it again, man. We made it through another goddamn week. As a team. As a fucking team, we made it through another week. We're here. Fuck work. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's my wedding anniversary. Tomorrow. 24-hour countdown, son. Not even bought a card yet. That's right. I live life on the edge. Although you might think that's terrible. But my wife called me earlier to tell me she was stopping off to buy me a card. Because that's how the real world works. That's how it works. Nightmarish fact. I'm going away for a weekend in a hotel with a mega pregnant wife. So we'll see how that's going to work out. That's the thing that's going to happen. Gymnastics. I'm capable. We can make it happen, people. We can score it. We can score it. And Ghosty's going to look after my son for 24 hours. Unsupervised. I have a sneaking suspicion he's just going to come to my house and play on my PC all night. We'll see what's going to go down with that. It is Drama Friday. Drama Friday's back once again. I almost said for the Renegade Master, but, but I stopped myself. I paused it, but I made you aware that that was what was in my mind. That's the place I'm in right now. I've got stories here. Oh, you guys, you get weird on me sometimes, don't you? You get weird on me. I don't know why. I don't know why. You seem to feel like it's... You feel comfortable around me. You feel comfortable in a voyeuristic kind of way to enlighten me through the power of anonymity to read your tale, which is just crackers. Just crackers. You go into a dark place. You take me with you. You don't even hold my hand. You don't even give me a reach around. You just take me straight in. Straight in there. Don't you? To your dark places. But then again, that is kind of why we're here. To celebrate! To celebrate anonymity and the crazy fucking things people do on the interwebs. And in MMOs, where there's millions of people playing according to Quarter's subscriber numbers. Still millions of people playing. And therefore, what we can do is enjoy those crazy fucking things. Yeah, fucking weirdos. So before I get into the long tail. The long tail. Let's start off with some fun ones, right? Let's have some fun ones. Let's have some fun ones. Let's do some little fun ones. I need two people. I need a friend and an officer, right? I need a friend and an officer. I need a friend. I need a friend and two blokes. We're blokes. We're blokes. Our stories today are brought by 3 boys and 1 lady. The ladies are once again the carry of Drama Friday. The girls, the girls are kicking your asses still, boys. Let me just say. Quark, you're in because of the obvious DS9 reference. And we'll have Benneth. Sir Benneth, but I'm going to go with Benneth. I'll go with Benneth. So, just the 2. So, we're 10 years old. We're 10 years of age. 10 years old. That ripe old age where you don't know shit about anything, but you've got a mobile phone and Twitter, and you're bound to get in trouble. We're 10 years old. I had a good friend in school who went by the name of Quark. We were on the balance beams in the playground. Aww. I can't even imagine they would allow that now, right? I don't know. Would they? Would they allow that now? Would they allow that? Like, balance beam? Isn't that dangerous? You're going to get sued or something for having those things in the playground, probably. Can't do that no more. We're on the balance beams in the playground when he told me about this epic world filled with magic, elves, and little people. Lord of the Rings Online. This same friend had recently shown me Oblivion, so naturally I felt compelled to try this. Oblivion. Hated that game. Did not enjoy. Did not enjoy. Disapproved. He quickly began telling me about the 2 factions and how the Horde had Zeppelins and the Alliance had boats. Sold. Sold. You have to sign a waiver? No way. You have to sign a waiver. Right, you have to play this game. There's this one team called Horde. They have Zeppelins, right? Pretty amazing. And then the other one, Alliance. They've got boats. They got boats. You have to play. It's so fucking good. We soon agreed that we would both be dwarfs. You belong on the fucking ballast beam. You do. We're going to make a pair of dwarfs. What 10-year-old says, I can't wait to get home to play my dwarf? Nobody. We're going to sneak... This was the plan. We both agreed to go home and play dwarfs, sneak into the enemy zone and hijack a Zeppelin, and then we would fly it wherever we wanted. We've got a plan. We've got a plan. We're going to steal a Zeppelin. I went home that night and convinced my mother to buy me the game. She went to the shops and came back half an hour later with the biggest case I had ever seen. I opened it, and within it were discs. I rushed to my computer and began the installation, not caring about the fact that it took up almost the entire hard drive of our Windows 8 era PC. And my mother followed the rules to set up the account. A few hours passed and the game was finally installed. I opened it, typed in my login details, and prepared to enter this world of wonder and imagination. It was not to be, however. My game was bugged, or so I thought. Every time I tried to log in, an error message would appear that said patching. I had no idea what was going on, so I restarted the game, doing all sorts in an attempt to get it to work, only to be confronted by the same message over and over again. I decided I had faulty discs and uninstalled it in a fit of fury. I told my mum to cancel the subscription. She didn't know how to do, and as a result had to call her bank to stop the order, to prevent Overlord Metzen himself from taking her money. And that, my friends, was the problem of the first day trying to play World of Warcraft. That ever-increasing patching error message that just won't go away. We've tried the repair tool, right? We've deleted our WTF folder. But that fucking patching, man. God damn, how do I fix this? How do I fix this patching error? Just have to just call it a day. Call it a day. Months later, I returned to the game. I pinched my mum's card to sign up once again for WoW and reinstalled it, having eventually found out what patching was. I logged in and I allowed it to patch. Shortly afterwards, it was done and I went straight to the character creation screen, ready to make my dwarf. Months later, you're still dead set on a dwarf. That's so cute. Like, you've just lived this story in your mind for months. It's been... this seed has been planted that I will be a dwarf and I will steal a Zeppelin. Months went by with that plan growing of where you would take the Zeppelin. We would travel. Yeah, we'll do things together. It will be an amazing time. I was greeted by the default Orc Warrior that you got when you opened the character creation. I couldn't figure out how to change race or class, and as a result of this, my first 10 or so characters were all Orc Warriors that didn't make it out the Valley of Trials. Did you think you had to unlock them? Is that what you thought was going on here? Like, you must unlock it. Once you play the Orc Warrior, that's like the tutorial, right? That's the tutorial, is the Orc Warrior, and then eventually we'll get to, like, Hunters, yeah? And then we'll land on really newbie classes, like Death Knights, and we'll get where we're going to be, right? Step by step, people. Step by step. I couldn't get past the Valley of Trials because I was continuously killed by the Gretchens outside the Burning Blade Cave. It is a 3-pull. To be fair, it's a 3-pull. Not easy. You got to think about it, right? How are you going to approach this encounter? 3 mobs, 1 pull. Got no cleave, got no blade storm. All you've got, I don't even think you have heroic strike then. You have strike, is it called? It's like a little axe thing. How are you going to do this 3-pull? 3 mobs, 1 man. Dead orc. Restart. I was trying to get the cactus apples. These fucking cactus apples. And as a result of me not knowing how to get back to my character, I deleted them every time I died. Them fucking cactus apples, man. The lazy peons. Didn't even get there. This is the fucking apples. Fucking apple quest. Eventually, I decided to try click all over the screen. And to my surprise, my portrait changed. It was only striking Kata. See, it's been a long time since I've leveled from fresh. Hey, forgive me. I've not had to level from fresh for a long, long time. Since the monk, in fact. For the character creation screen, within a couple of minutes, I created my first proper character. A human male warrior who went by the name of Waffle Potato. Was that just what you were eating at the time? Is that all it was? It's just you happen to have like a potato waffle in front of you at the time? Well, that makes sense to me. I ran around Northshire, saving Millie Oswald's grapes. That sounds so rude. I saved Millie Oswald's grapes and killed the kobolds, as each quest told me to do, when suddenly I saw the most amazing thing. I saw another player riding a horse, wearing shoulder armor and a helmet. I knew from that point on that I was destined to be one of the elite few who got not only a horse, but shoulder armor and a helmet. I began quickly leveling, crying out in happiness as I got my first shoulder pads. It was the best time ever. Aww. Aww, that's really cute. Come on. There was a time. You won't know. You new fish, right? Don't understand with your heirloom gear, right? And your fucking crappy beige items that you wear the second you make a new character. You don't know what it was like. Shoulders were like level 40? Something like that. Maybe level 30. Until you could get shoulders that just remained empty. It just remained empty. Helmets were like later. What level were helmets? Maybe 15, 20, something like that. But that was a big deal, was getting your shoulder armor. It was. It was a very big deal. It was nothing like, hey, let me say it. As a warrior, my first character was a warrior, my proper one. Going from all male to plate, the day when I was like all plate, shit, dude. Herod's fucking shoulder. Yeah? Herod's shoulder. Warriors unite. Vanilla warriors. Live the fucking dream of Herod's shoulder. You had to farm it, motherfuckers. And the Scarlet Shield? Shit. The Scarlet Shield. I can't remember the name of the shield, but you know the one. You know the one. You needed Herod's shoulder and you needed the fucking Scarlet Shield. And then you were a warrior. Then you were a warrior. Chapter 3, though. The last. By now, Quark had left the game and gone back to Oblivion. Calling it a day. Back to Oblivion. Arsehole, it says here. Arsehole. Gone back to Oblivion. I was on my own in the game. I decided to join one of the fabled groups of adventurers that travelled around Azeroth, defeating evil. I joined a guild. My first guild was called The Last, and it was a pay-to-win type of guild. What do you think that means? Because I had no idea when I read through this story. The Ravager... Bladestorm, the Ravager, fuck off. Fuck off. Yeah? I'm not even joking. The Ravager, best weapon ever. Best weapon ever. Especially on a Shaman where it could multi-proc all the time. So good. So good. What do you think a pay-to-win guild is? What do you think? Have a guess what a pay-to-win guild is. Need to pay to raid? Oh, Hordix nailed it. You had to pay to become an officer. Yeah? What a fucking swag. GM's like, if you want, you can have officer status. You can have officer status, but you got to pay. I had never heard of that before today, that people would do that, and people would pay for it as well. That's really sad that people would buy that. But yeah, you could pay to be an officer. You could give gold and become an officer. Nice. I wonder if it was monthly, or you got demoted. I wonder if it was monthly, or you were like, you were down. You were downvoted. Yeah, that's it. You're out of there. Got to pay your rent. I love this guild. Every week I put 10 copper in the guild bank. Every Monday I put me 10 copper in the guild bank. Every week I put 10 copper in the guild bank, thinking I was making a difference to the thousands of gold that were already in there. I had made good friends with an officer called Benneth. He was a down-to-earth chap from a country I had never heard of because it wasn't part of the UK. I now know this country was Greece. I'm from Greece. Why are you making up countries? Eh? Why? Why are you making up countries? Greece? Greece? Never heard of it. Bullshit. 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 Greece. It says he's from Greece. Never heard of anything so stupid in your life. Fucking Greece. And Benneth would often help me level, telling me the important parts of the game, such as how fist weapons were the best weapons because they look cool. Very Greek. Was he a Greek rogue? Was he a Greek rogue? The best weapons in the game are fist weapons because they look the coolest. For some reason, I never did do a lot of damage, and I couldn't work out why. Especially considering the fact that I had the best type of weapon in game, apparently. I've got 2 fist weapons. Why am I not wrecking house? However, the guild wasn't to be, as at the time I had realised that the single funniest joke in the world was calling people paedophiles. Oh, to be 10. New word. New excited word. Eh? I've learnt a new word. I don't know what Greece is, but paedophile, gotcha. Nailed it. Thumbs up. Thumbs fresh, team. Where's Greece? Never heard of it. Paedophile. Got it. Got it. When someone would log in, I would greet them happily with, "Hello, paedophile," smiley face. "Hello, paedophile," smiley face. Huh? Expecting a roar of laughter from my paedophile joke. This did not happen. Instead, I was G-kicked. This is what it looked like. This is what you were logging into in the pay-to-win guild, was something along those lines. Look at that. How can you be offended? He put a smiley face after it. It's clearly a joke. It's clearly a joke. Look. Look at that. Clearly a joke. Chapter 4 then. Tearing it up. I was kicked and the red mist descended. Oh shit. Oh shit. I would have my revenge on this guild. I went to the character creation and made a new human. A human female paladin that had a name very similar to that of Benneth. I waited until Benneth was offline and then I whispered the GM, "Hey, it's Benneth on an alt. Can I get an invite?" Of course it worked. I entered the guild and was instantly promoted to officer alt rank. I went straight to the guild bank and wiped it clean. My young arsehole mind thinking it a fitting vengeance for calling other people paedophiles. I emptied it tab by tab into my backpack, then vended the items before stealing all the gold for myself. I managed to get the entire guild bank cleaned out of items and cash before I was eventually kicked. Funnily enough, Benneth was kicked too. And that made me laugh, despite him being my friend. Forgetting that I wasn't on my main, I logged off and deleted the alt, and came back the next day and logged into my main. I then realised that I had forgot to send the gold over to my character. It's such a long line of fail. The fail is just growing on it. It's just stacking up. You called people a paedophile and were kicked. So you took vengeance for being rightly kicked by shitting on your friend, stealing a guild bank, taking the gold, getting your friend kicked, then deleting the gold, and then only realising at the last moment. That's the fail stacked that happened there. It was a whole pancake stack of fail on top of another. In the end, I changed to a new server, a role-playing one. Good choice! That's where I would expect you to be. And to this day, I have been role-playing, no longer enjoying PvE or PvP. I hope you enjoyed this story of what happens when someone who had only just entered double figures age tries to play WoW. I think we can all appreciate it. I think we can all appreciate it. Let's have a tale! Who wants a tale of love and mystery? We're going global. We're going international. Right, plenty of peeps in here. Begin the spam. Okay, we need a Draenei Shaman, a Human Warrior, a Night Elf Rogue GM. Fuck that. I am not being in a guild with a Rogue GM ever again. A Resto Druid. Ooh. A Mage. Spell this right. My god, so many names. I'm going to fuck this up. A dwarf male resto shaman. Why? Why would you be a dwarf male resto shaman? Only kidding. Play whatever you like. And a big brother. Right, okay. So, any of these girls? No. Okay. So, we'll have... Alright. Ion. It's Ion-eyed, but I'm going to go with Ion. Frims. Frimsy. Bozo. It's DK Bozo, but I'll go with Bozo. Don Paul. I'm going to keep it as Don Paul, though. I like the swag that comes with it. Don Paul. Mono. Flodo. And Xavius. Delicious. Right, that's everybody. That's fucking hell. 7 names. Right. As always, with these tales of woe, mischief, misery, and all kind of things going pear-shaped, it is written by one of our lovely female members of our audience. Such classy writing. Love it. Right, the pre-story. Let's whiz through this. I was 14 when I started. I've been playing WoW for around 7.5 years now, give or take a few months. I started playing WoW because my older brother, like many other girls probably. So I made my first character on his account, and it was a Draenei warrior. I'll be honest. I didn't even check what class I could play. It's just warrior was there by default, so I pressed enter game world too fast, and there it was, my female Draenei. I'm a 20-year-old female gamer, and I am from Russia. Kirov reporting, guys. Kirov reporting. It's time to get red. You ready? You ready, Red? Let's go. I'd say I'm a better than average player. And right now, I'm in a guild where we are progressing through Mythic. Around the time I made my warrior, my brother decided to make his first all, a Shadow Priest. All the time I couldn't play in his account and on his PC, because we only had one PC. I watched him level his priest. And it seemed so easy. Oh, she saw the priest from a distance. She saw the priest from... Ooh. Well, he played a warrior. But what's that? Ooh. Is that... Ooh. A priest. And it seemed so easy. And at the same time, the priest just seemed exciting. With all the spells. Compared to my warrior, which was still like 40 or 50. He'd already leveled to 70. So I decided... that I should make a new character. I should become a Night Elf priest. Of course you did. What is it about the priest? What is it? The girls see the priest. It's drawn in. I did the BlizzCon test. We met many, many ladies at BlizzCon. 70 to 80% were priests. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. But of course, my priest would be holy. I'm pretty sure if brother would choose some other range class to level as an alt while I was looking, I'd choose what he was playing anyway. So it didn't have to be a priest. Oh, email. You're sending me drama times now. That's funny. So, a priest it was. And so I bailed on my warrior. I was really glad my brother was there to guide me through the game. Or I'd probably be like those people from some of the drama stories you get about noobiness of some people. What, like the people who think patching's a bug? Yeah. It was hard sharing accounts with my brother who raided, but later on he stopped playing. So the account was all mine. Then he came back and wanted his rogue transferred to his new empty account. But I got the priest, which I played in his absence. So I now had 2 priests. One holy priest and 1 shadow. And I was really good with both specs, by the way. When my brother's daughter friend decided to start playing WoW, brother and I allowed him to transfer the shadow priest to his account. Oh, you lost your shadow priest? 2018, I joined some guild which raided some old content like ZG. It was much fun, actually. Most people were around 60 anyway, except for our GM, who was a level 70 rogue. Him and I were very good friends, and we were friends on Facebook to this day. Yeah? Tight. Oosh. Feel it. If you're still Facebook friends with guildies after 2008, shit. Whoa. He's a great and kind person. We did a lot of heroics together, along with some other guildies. But after a few months, I knew it was time to leave for a real raiding guild. So I joined another guild. And to this day, I think it was one of the best guilds I've ever been in. Everyone was so friendly to each other and we had great progress. It was a 25-man raiding guild. The GM was also a holy priest. And we raided all of BC together. Chapter 2. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 4 years of being Facebook friends. We're pretty close. All right? We're pretty close. I have seen many pictures of his barbecues. Yeah? Are you listening to what I'm saying? We're Facebook friends. We might as well live together. Just saying. Chapter 2. Hello, Ion. Now, when I look back at myself when I was a 14-year-old lady in World of Warcraft, I think I was such a sweet girl. I was an enchanter, and every time I had to go to a heroic, I'd be getting items to DE, and then would tell people I'd give them a shard by the end of the instance. Oh my god, memories, people! Who remembers that? You want to know why there's a disenchant option? Who doesn't know? I bet there's so many of you who don't know why the disenchant option exists in the game. And the controversy when it came out. It was a nightmare. Who's the enchanter? You had to loot the guy. You had to give all the stuff to an enchanter who would DE all and then trust that that guy would then pass out all the shit at the end. For real sauce, man. For real sauce. That's how it used to go down. Fucking hell, back in the day. Nostalgia. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. My God, if you don't remember back in the day, I used to do that with my mate. It used to be a nightmare being an enchanter. Yeah, keep all. And that's true. That's true story is that the enchanter didn't have to give you shit, by the way. The enchanter didn't have to give you fuck all. You could give him all the loot and he'd be like, well, and just leave the dungeon and be like, fuck you, man. Yeah, back in the day. Old school. Okay. I was so into doing this that I would send people shards even if they left the dungeon early due to wipes. Wow. You're fucking shit, I'm out of here. Receive my shards in the post. Swag. 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 That is like, that would never happen. I have never experienced that in my life. I've been here for like a decade, man. No one has ever sent me a fucking shard if I like rage quit a dungeon. Ever. But that is pretty badass. That's pretty harsh. What happened? Recently I've become so harsh to bad players. Yeah. You're not 14 anymore. That's the thing. You're not 14 anymore. Anyway, Sunwell Plateau came out. She's done the Sunwell. And I started hanging out with one of our shamans a lot. His name was Ion. He played a male Draenei Enhancement Shaman. We spent a lot of time outside raids together and chat 24/7. Whenever we were progressing in Sunwell Plateau, we would do /lick and /kiss all the time. During a raid, you would /lick each other during the raid. During the raid. I don't know if there's anything that would make me leave a guild quicker. As soon as it would happen, like, whoa, 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 what the fuck are you two doing? Are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking serious right now? You have Whisper, you know that, right? You don't need to be filling the raid with you two licking each other, because that's fucking creepy. That is really creepy. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure it was obvious and probably really annoying to others that we liked each other. Yeah. It really is. That is... done some well, though, so let me in. I did some well. Soda's face, never more appropriate. Jesus Christ. He was 17 or 18 at the time. Smooth-talking, chatting, licking the 14-year-old kind of guy. He was always in the center of attention, not from being too cool, but I guess you would call him the guild's clown. In a good way. And you know, girls, we love guys who like to joke a lot. Are you trying to fuck me? Is that what's happening here? I'm a married man. Hey, no ring on this finger. I'm a married man. Just saying. Don't fucking work your way in with a drama story. No. Take more than that. Oh, yeah. And he was. You ready, audience? He was Team Swee. Oh, yeah. He was Team Swee. He was tall, blue-eyed, Swee, nom nom nom. Oh, and his surname was Svensson. I don't know what that means. Clown fucker. You clown fucker. A few months after chatting, I got older. And practically spending every waking moment in WoW together. His dad bought him a 3-day trip to Team Moscow. Incoming Swee. We were both very excited about the trip. And we're counting the days till the flight. My 2 guy friends and I went to the airport to meet him. Can anyone else just picture like Red Heat? Do any of you know Red Heat? Where Arnie was that Russian? And like those are the 2. Why would you take 2 blokes with you to meet a guy? Because that can only be for protection. You're not taking Johnny Bieber or whatever, are you? You're not taking some dwindly little guy along with you. You're taking your beefiest guys. I know, I've been there. I've been that guy. I've been the guy who's like, will you come with me? Will you come with me? Why? Why do you want me to come with you? No reason. But will you come with me? Why don't you take him over there? No. Why don't you take that? Why don't you take that guy? No. I'm going to take these 2 massive fucking guys to come see me with you. Okay, this sounds very cool. I'm sure this guy won't freak out at all. This will be totally normal. It's going to be good. After a bit of waiting, I saw some tall-ass guy coming towards us. My friends stood in front of me, so they got to greet him first. Like a wall. They made a wall in front of you. Hi. They shook hands, and it seemed like he was going to shake my hand, but I thought, nope, we're not shaking hands after all the talk we've done. I just threw in for the hug. Boom. Score. That means Team Swee was approved. Oh, yeah. We went to the hotel where we were supposed to stay. Left his baggage there and then went to my friend's place where we had our first kiss. Yeah? You feeling it? You protect the healer. They're the tanks. You brought an off-tank as well. Shit, a phalanx. We stayed there overnight and I had to go home because my mom wouldn't let me stay there. Ah! I came back to the friend's place this morning and went to check out Moscow with my other friends. We'll skip the details. 3 days went by very quickly and he had to go back to Team Swee. We were in love. We were still chatting every night and day. So a few months later, he said his mom would be going to Moscow with her boyfriend. So he would come again. For 2 whole weeks. I was so happy. So happy. I took a break from school for 2 weeks. And we were going to stay in the hotel almost all the time. Oh, shit. Get them big fucking Russian hats ready. We're going in. We got ill. We got ill. We all got food poisoning. It was amazing. It was the best. We were vomiting. It was cool. It was really good. We got really ill for a few days. And one day I felt a lot worse. So he had to go out alone and get us something to eat. What a shitty holiday. That's terrible. You're so ill, you can't leave the room. Amazing. So good. So all I could think of... Oh, of course, he doesn't speak Team Russia, does he? So all I could think of was to write an order on a piece of paper and give it to him so he could give it to the person in the fast food place. I want this. This is what I need this. I need this. This is what I need. Time went by. I spent the next 2 weeks of summer in Team Swee, living at his place. Aww. So nice. To go to Sweden, I of course needed to make a visa. So I asked him to send me an invitation. Since I was still under 18, I had to bring my mom to the Swedish embassy. Fucking Team Russia, what the fuck? For go there for 2 weeks? Is that what you need to do? Russians in the chat, I know you're out there. Team Kirov, report for me. Do you have to go to the embassy? And so the woman who was taking the documents from us was questioning. This is the question. This is genius, by the way. Are you fucking with me? At the Swedish embassy, the woman asks the girl's mother, you do understand that you're sending your 16-year-old daughter to a 19-year-old man, correct? That's the question. That's the question. So, not near you? I didn't have to do that, I don't think. I've been all over the place. I can't remember. Maybe. that Swedish woman's like, just to be clear, you're going to send this young girl to this guy, right? Just saying. Just double checking. Correct? All my mum could do is sit there and say, yes. It felt really weird in that moment, but I got the visa. Now that you say it like that, it does seem a little strange, doesn't it? But okay, sure, alright. Fine. When you put it like that, context is everything. Ion graduated. He started looking for a job to get swag money to see me more often. Because my family didn't have much swag cash. Lack of rubles up in this bitch. He had to pay for most of the things. Including my plane tickets. You all been there, boys. Yeah, you are under 18 and still in school. I get it. He finally found a job. But it was in London, England. Oh shit, he's coming here. So he abandoned Team Swee, rented a room in a house with some other people, and started work. I visited him twice. And the second time did not go well. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Here we go. All this time we were playing in the same guild. We had killed Jaden on the last week before the new expansion. That's nerfed into oblivion, right? I'm right, team. Sunwell got mad nerfed, didn't it not? Sugar daddy, gold digger. Two sides of the coin there. It's either a sugar daddy or a gold digger. I think it's honest. She's a young girl. It's pretty fine. I'm pretty sure Kill Jaden was nerfed into the ground, though. We raided through Wrath of the Lich King. Did Nax achievements for the mount. Can't get it anymore in brackets. Yeah, take that. I've got mine, the Immortal. And did glory, Ulduar Glory with our 10-man group. Oh, Undying. Ha! I laugh at everybody with the Undying title. Noobs. You're the Undying, eh? Nice. Nice. When we had to kill Malagos in under 6 minutes with 10 men, I had to solo heal it. I was so proud of myself because it was a big, big moment for me. I proved myself to be a good player. We also did 50 tries in Trial of the Grand Crusader for the horse mount. Oh, we did the 50 tries achievement for Trial of the Grand Crusader for the horse mount. One of the best achievement mounts. I love it. But one time, I decided to leave the guild. Now, I'm not even going to read it because the girls in the chat won't believe me, but it legit says it. But one time, I decided to leave the guild. I joined another guild. Ion joined with me, but after 2 to 3 weeks, he returned to our old one. For the time period we were in our old guild, Ion and I topped the DPS and the healing meters. Not that we didn't do it in the new guild, but it felt good to be acknowledged as pro by people you didn't know at all. The GM was a crazy man. Ooh, called Mono. The new GM was a crazy man called Mono. He used to shout on every wipe. I mean, he would go fucking nuts on Vent. Once he even said something about people who are under 18 should leave the guild now because they were too fucking immature to play WoW. Boom. Shots fired. Shots fired, everybody. It's no pubes, no party. So me being 16 years of age whispered him saying that I'm not 18 yet. But he wrote back saying, I didn't mean you. You're not a fucking noob. I like it. It felt kind of good. Later on, someone told me that Mono had anger management issues IRL. So that was the reason he shouted so much constantly. Don't become a GM if you have anger management issues. You might lose your shit. Not that I ever seen that recently. Not that I ever seen any raid leaders lose their fucking mind recently. But still, just saying. After the guild disbanded, he stopped playing WoW to get some treatment. Fucking... I'm not getting treatment until the guild collapses. I'm staying here to the bitter fucking end. But a few months ago, I saw he returned, and he seemed very friendly now. I'm calm. I'm calm. Rebuilding the old guild. But yeah, I got back into my old guild, and had to lick some ass to go back, and said it was immature of me to leave so sudden. I was glad they took me back in, though, and kept on playing with my boy Ion. I know, right? Chapter 3, though, something new comes in. It was around 3 years that Ion and I had dated. Of course we still played WoW. Of course! When Wrath of the Lich King came out, I leveled my priest, and even leveled my long-forgotten Draenei warrior to be Baller Tank. He also had a Boomkin, which was my main now. Although it was planned to be Resto. Oh, I had a Boomkin. Dots, and also switched guilds with Ion. I can't remember its name now, but it was in all caps and very long. So you can make it up if you want. No, it's okay. We all know the type of guild that's all caps and with a very long name, don't we? I don't think we need to add names to that. Either way, I was topping the damage all the time. We did 25-man heroic clears. Really loved that time. Same time I was attending Friends Raid on my Prot Warrior, where I met many people with whom I'm still Facebook friends with to this day. We did Glory of the ICC Raid of 10-man on those characters. I was happy. I didn't play my priest that much, but it was pretty geared. So when it came to heroic 10-man Lich King, the raid leader, Flodo, asked me to switch to Dis. Name the spell. Name the spell. Swag Donalds. I like it. I like Swag Donalds. Name the spell. Who has a priest? Who has a priest? We need a priest. We're beefing. I remember I hated the idea of having to go Dis. But I switched. And then I decided I needed another alt. An Elemental Shaman. I loved it! I just loved how Shaman's Magma Totem was being detonated by Shaman at the time. It was like I was... I'm going to get this so fucking wrong. Oh my god. I'm going to get this so fucking wrong. I'm sorry, anime fans. It was like I was... Deidara from Naruto. Yeah? I even made a macro which would write /s cats every time I used it. Yeah, Zoracia was the winner. Zoracia, carry. Zoracia, Infest is the spell. Not shields, noobs. Cats! Just like Deidara from Naruto. I was topping the deeps in the dungeons. Sorry, I told you, man. Good enough? Close enough. Dideria. Okay. Dideria. Okay. There we go. Easy. Cats! There was a guild on our server that was called the Mares. They were making weekly 25-man alt runs. I don't remember how, but I managed to join in with some other non-guildies. As in, it was a pug from most of the alts and from good guilds. We did very well in 25-man alt run. Killing Lich King normal and started killing heroics very quickly. I kept raiding heroic ICC on my druid, but obviously the alt run was fun. Anyway, in that 25-man alt run, I showed myself from my best side. Always topping the deeps, not failing, speaking quiet in a lot of raid chat with all my faces I use very, very often to this day. Such as, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, who doesn't love this? Who doesn't love this? Invite that person. You're in. That's your application right there. That's your application. You're in. Get this girl in the guild. We need this in our everyday lives. We need it. We need it in our everyday lives. It was near the end of Wrath. My guild was about to disband because some players were leaving the game. And the GM was going to form a 10-man for Kata. To my surprise, though, me and Ion weren't selected. Denied. Denied. We're going to make a new guild. The guild's disbanding, but we're going to make a new guild. Can I join? Can I join? Can I join? I gotta log out. I don't remember about Ion, but I really wanted to keep raiding. So I wrote an application to that old 25-man alt run guild, the Mares. I think it was my first ever application I'd ever made. Because I used to get invites to guilds right away because they knew how good I was on my priest. Didn't get picked though, did you? Didn't get picked though, did you? Did you? You were so good you didn't get picked. That's how good you were. Too fucking good. Too fucking good. So good You're not in the raid. That's how good you are. Because you'll embarrass us all, yeah? It's embarrassing. So you better stay away and give us a chance. They accepted me right before the new patch kicked in, although I wrote in my app that I would have to be absent for the start of Kata for weeks. Those few weeks, of course, were spent in England. I went there for my first time to meet Ion again. When I came back, I had to power level my shaman and gear it up. I want to mention that, as you know, every raid usually ends at 12 standard time, ST. And it was 3 at night in Russia. Hey, I used to raid with a Russian girl. That girl had to raid to the fucking middle of the night all the time. I don't know how you Team Russians did it. I raided 5 days a week, not counting alt runs. And I was still at school, and I had to be at school by 8:30 in the morning. Jesus Christ. Thankfully, I still got to bed around 3 AM and then woke up to go to... then woke up to go to school. That's fucking hard. That's Rocky 4. That's Rocky 4. That's Rocky 4 right there. That's all that is. You're running through the snow. You're carrying it. You're not Dolph. Don't get me wrong. You're not Dolph. You're Sylvester. Playing healer from the very beginning of my WoW career, I knew that the best friend of a healer could make was a tank. Oh yes, you know it. When you're taking daily dungeon quests, you immediately think, which one of my friends can tank this? And finding a deeps in trade was easy after that. Later on in game, it of course meant instant queues for LFR. Sorted. Biggest burden of my life is LFR queuing. It really is. Got to make some friends. Brackets though, I honestly don't remember me being so flirty with any of these tanks. Especially when I had a boyfriend. I don't think I was being flirty. I don't think I was being flirty. But it seemed to end that way. But I ended up with a lot of friends that played tanks. They do seem to stick around though. So I was in the mares. I leveled up and we started raiding right away. Being alone in a new guild, I wanted to make friends, of course, and decided to start chatting to different people. I know. I'm going to start chatting. And that's when I met our MT and officer named Frims. Everyone I know called him Frims. It's different in the written text. I understood he was very popular in the guild. Oh, Frims. Everybody respected him. He was playing a male human warrior back then. He always sounded confident on Vent. He was a very active officer and a brilliant tank. You are blowing all the whistles, Frims, aren't you? Look at this confident ass fucking tank. Laying down tactics to your bad self. Always trying to do the best he could. I was playing my elemental, and I was good at it. I'm not joking, I was getting ranks. So there was no question about my promotion to Raider. I want to mention I never spoke on Vent or TS ever. So nobody knew how I sounded. Could easily be a GIRL, you know. But one day, when I was in a 5-man dungeon group, and on Vent with some other guildies who were with us, we wiped on trash, because of whatever reason, and I got the courage to press the talk button. All I said was, shit tank. They all immediately laughed at what I said and kept on doing the dungeon. I kept all I wanted to say in chat after that. That's all she had to say. Was call him a shit tank. Wasn't it? Shit tank, Frims. You got called. Brr. You got called. Frims and I chatted a lot after that. She's in! That's all it fucking took! And she just destroyed his fucking universe. Boom. Shit tank. Oh. Frims and I chatted a lot during raiding and outside of it, doing dailies together. And him joining me in every instance I went. That's love, isn't it? As we've known anything from Drama Friday, there is nothing more binding as a couple than doing dungeons together. Although I'll be honest, I was a bit of a stalker myself, so I always tried to join in dungeon groups with him also. We started chatting on less friendly topics. And by less friendly, I mean it was something friends would never chat about. Winky face, right? She got rude, yeah? She dropped his fucking pants in-game. Every time I was getting that pink, sweet text pop up, that sweet pink, I was hoping it was him. I rarely talked to Ion at this point. Oh, Ion. I still cared about Ion and loved him, but I could not get Frims out of my head. The way he blocked that shield, shit, that charge. Whew. One night after the raid, we kept chatting to each other and were still on vent, but in raid channel with some other guys. So Frims did something unexpected to me. He moved out of the channel and then moved me into his channel. Whoa. Yeah? Yeah? Smooth, Frims. That's confidence. That's confidence. Gonna drag your ass to me. Yeah? Come here, baby. That's what he's doing. It's basically the tug on the dance floor. That's what that is. It's the internet tug on the dance floor. He saw the prize. He aimed for it. Saw his prey. Pulled it in. Laid the trap. Oh, yeah. I was so scared. I only spoke in vent once before that, and I did not want to do it again because I have a man voice. It doesn't say that. Hello. So I was answering his /whisper while he spoke to me directly on vent. That must have been so annoying. I didn't drag you... I didn't drag you here so you could type at me, alright? I moved you... I mean, I could just whisper you if this is what we're going to do. I mean, it's kind of saving me some time, but it's kind of not, you know... just, you know, I mean, we're in our own channel, so... A little bit of give and take. Just saying. Just saying. It happened more and more often as time went by, and bit by bit I started talking. Until I eventually started saying sentences. A full sentence, guys. Yeah? Yeah? Basically nailed it at that point. Once you start getting a full sentence out of a girl, that's Christmas. That's Christmas. Just wrap that shit up and put it under the tree. It's job done. It's job done. I was really glad he helped me to overcome the shyness and fear I had towards speaking to everyone on vent. So nowadays, I just talk constantly. Boom. All thanks to him. I added him on Facebook. Shit. Getting warm up in this bitch. And had a picture of him and his friends. But I didn't know which one was him. What? I added him on Facebook and had a picture of him and his friends. But I didn't know which one was him. He didn't say. He didn't ask. You just were like, well, it's one of these guys. It could be like just this huge picture. There was blonde guy with blue eyes and Bieber-style hair. There was dark hair but a wide smile. I mean fucking wide. It was like a keyboard. It was like that. But I really hoped. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You're picking the one out of the three. You can't do that. You're picking the one out of the three. But of course, I really hoped that Frims was the blonde one. Oh shit, because it's my type. That's what Ions is. He's Team Sweet. But nope. Frims ain't no blondie. After all our whispers, I couldn't tell him I didn't want to stop talking to him just because he wasn't blonde. Ha! But you considered it! You considered it! Okay. Okay. How could I tell him that I actually like the other guy on the picture? Wow! Can you imagine that? Look, this has been great. Who's that guy you're with, though? Who's that guy you're with, though? Just asking, no other reason. But who's that guy? I don't want to make it awkward or anything because I like your personality. But who's that guy? Who you with, though? The blonde guy. Yeah, that guy. Who's that guy? So he didn't scare me away or anything. Oh, you persevered, did you, brave soldier? You brave soldier. She's going to push on. She's going to push on. So we kept talking on Facebook. Why? Why not talking game? And then through SMS. Oh, shit. Well, I was at school and he was in college. That's for sharing of phone numbers, people. Unless it's WhatsApp, though. Thing is, though, Ion and I had our next trip to London planned. Cheating cow. Tickets were bought. And it was all planned before I even started talking to Frims. It's all booked up, son. Frims knew I had a boyfriend who was from Team Swee and lived in England, but that didn't stop him from chatting to me. Oh, Frims. You have a boyfriend? And as I felt like a man... And as I felt like a man in our relationship with Ion, because he was so soft... Oh! You just got through to the pussy, Ion! At no point in this story did you mention that Ion was a bit of a bitch. But Ion, you're a bit of a... You know what she doesn't like? That you bought the tickets. You should have been like stone cold, Ion. You should have been stone cold. You didn't buy your own fucking tickets. See how I care? Boom. Yeah? I would like you, but the fact that you bought me tickets to come and see you kind of shows that you're a bit of a bitch. I'm just going to put it out there. You're kind of a bit of a bitch. Yeah? You're a bit of a pussy. You're a pussy. All the decisions were always left to me. I like the manly energy. I like the musk that came from Frims. Oh, Frims is just alpha as shit. You got so alpha, Ion. It's not even funny. Not saying I hated to be in command by... What? Where is this story going? I'm not saying I hated being in command, but once in a while, a girl wants a man to be a lion, not a kitten. You legit just got called a pussy, Ion. I'm sorry, dude. You did. You got called a kitty, alright? Now, I'm not from Russia, okay? I don't own a hat. I'm not that cold. But it sounds like you just got called a straight up pussy, is what happened there, dude. You got straight up pussified. That's what happened. Like, legit. Legit. She gives an example. Here we go. An example is something like this. Hey, what movie do you want to watch tonight? Him. All right. All right, I'll do the voices. Hey, what movie do you want to choose tonight? And he would say, you choose. Or, what food do you want to eat today? And he would say, what do you want to eat? Or, I'll just eat what you want to eat. And that's how it was with Ion. And that's how it was. But yeah, it was around 1 month before the next trip to England, and I'm not sure I wrote it earlier, but Frims was in fact from Team England. He and I were thinking about meeting each other. You're going to meet him on your trip to see Ion, the pussy? You're going to see the lion when you should be visiting the pussy? You're going to the zoo when you should be going to the kittens? Yeah, that's what's going to go down. Ion's paid for it. You're going to use the tickets bought by the pussy to fly over to his country and fuck someone else? That's I'm not judging, but that's about to go down. That's what's going to go down. All right, here we go. I wanted to see Frims, but how? With Ion around, it would be impossible. So I thought of a plan. We were going to have a guild meeting in London. You're going to invite Ion to be there? That's what's going to go on. You're going to invite Ion to be in the same room as the guy that you really want to be with. You're going to put the kitten in the cage with the lion? You're going to throw the kitten in with the lion. So what if it turns out Ion's like alpha as fuck? What if Ion sees this like Frims turns up and Frims tries to be all alpha and Ion's just like, what the fuck is this pussy? You know what I mean? And lays the fucking smack down? That would be awesome. Awesome. Okay. With Ion around, it would be impossible, so we're going to have a guild meeting in London. And since Ion was not a part of our guild, I told him it would be weird if he came and I would not be able to chat to anyone properly. Wow, that's harsh. You can't come. You can't. Because Lord knows you can't have a guild meet. If you have a guild meeting IRL, only people in the guild are allowed to go. No one else. No one else. That's the rule. You listening? No one else is allowed to go. Otherwise, it gets weird. It gets too weird. It would be awkward for him, is what I told him. It would be also awkward for him because he wouldn't know anyone. Look, I'm doing you a favor, Ion. It would be awkward for you, okay? I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. And being the sweet, trusting person that he is, he believed me. You threw him under the bus. It was all a lie. It wasn't all a lie, sorry. We did, in fact, have a guild meeting. I told him it would be a 2-day meeting. We're going to meet for 2 days. Because some people are coming from different towns of England. So I said to him that our officers would pay for a number in a hotel so we could all sleep over for one night. This is so bad, by the way. This is such a bad thing to do. I don't know where the hotel was. I'm going to stay in a rant. This is what you told him. Right. I'm coming to visit you, and you paid for the tickets. However, I'm going to disappear for 2 days to an unknown location where you can't contact me, and you're not allowed to be involved. For WoW reasons. Because Warcraft. And that's why. Because Warcraft. Okay. I got ahead of myself. Okay. I was still bad at understanding how London's subway worked. So a few days before the meeting, I asked Ion to go to the place just to make sure I would know where to go later. You made him find the location for your dirty meetup. Amazing. You made him research the location. The day of the meeting, I asked Ion to get me to the hotel again and just leave me. You made him take you. You got him to take you to the place and then leave you there. You got him to drop you off for your dirty meeting. What is wrong with you? Are you fucking kidding me? You made him take you there? The day of the meeting, I asked Ion to get me to that hotel again and just leave me there. I'll wait for the rest of their guildies. Being good and trusting person he was, he left me. And after I went inside the hotel and waited in the lobby as I messaged Frims? I messaged Frims a few moments later, he came downstairs to meet me. As he saw me, he smiled and didn't have a chance to say hi to me. I ran and gave him a big kiss on the lips. And then said hi. He had the softest, warmest lips I've ever kissed. I can think of better lips. We went to the elevator and kept kissing. They're warmer and softer too. Then outside the door, he had no problems opening it because of all the kissing. Okay, it got filthy, right? You got your boyfriend to drive you to your cheating. Next morning, we woke up pretty early and had our guild meeting. The place where we decided to meet was pretty close to our hotel. So we just waited till everybody came down to the meeting spot. I think we were about 8 people, but not sure. 1 or 2 maybe. We decided to go to the gaming place, and by the end of the day, only had 3 or 4 people left. And we decided to go to a movie, where Frims and I were falling asleep just because we didn't sleep the night before. By the end of the movie, I knew it was time for us to go back to our homes. Our GM was there for all the guild meeting. He lived in London, so it was a close ride for him to get home. While Frims and his friend, who came a day later for the meeting, had to go on the train back to their hometown. Frims and Don Paul, the GM, were very good friends. So Frims asked Don Paul to help me get to the station I needed to, and he agreed. We got to the subway, and when the doors of the train closed between me and Frims, I felt like my heart was being ripped apart. I don't think anybody who's listening to this feels sorry for you right now. I'm sorry. I was very sad, but I knew I couldn't cry. Mustn't cry. Don Paul and I sat silently until we got to the station I needed. I thanked him for staying with me to get there safely. I took the walk to the house where Ion lived. She returns home. I had to spend 1 more day in England before my flight back to Russia. On the day of my flight, Ion took me to the airport, and there in some cafe we had our last meal together. He had no idea what happened still, and I had a plan to tell him that I was breaking up with him. But I just chickened out, worrying he would become so angry he hit me or something. You're worried the kitten's got claws? That's what's going on, the kitten's got claws. I still regret it, but can't get that moment back now. You're worried about the pussy beating you? I don't think so. When it was time, I had finally got my plane. I gave him a last hug we would ever have, walked away, and never looked back. We did eventually, of course, break up, but me and Frims are still together. I still regret how it all went down, of course, and I'm now older. How I had used Ion to meet Frims. But to be honest, if I had to do it all again, I'd do it. Because Frims is totally worth. Thank you for reading my long story. Sorry. Have a nice day. Couldn't hold myself. Here's a pic of Frims and I from our last trip. And it's a lovely pic. Ghost approved. Although, for comedy value, Ghosty asked me to see the picture. Said you're very, very pretty. But our final message from Ghost. I'm going to leave you guys now. Have a wonderful weekend. It's my wedding anniversary. Is this my wedding anniversary card? You've not written in it. And it says mum on it. And it's also my mother's birthday. No, I'm not showing the pictures. I'm not showing pictures. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Nothing live, but it is, of course, live stream week. Next week, it's live stream from Monday. Live stream from Monday. So I will be here early doors Monday morning. And we're here from Monday to Friday. We're streaming all kinds of games. We're all going to be good. We're all going to be good and dandy. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.